Long years ago, two students of Stanford University, unable to pay their tuition and hostel fees, decided to organize a concert to raise some money to pay their fees. So they went to the most popular pianist of those times and asked him to perform in the concert they are going to organize. The pianist said that he will charge $2,000. The student said they have no money right now, but they will pay the money after the concert is over because they will be able to raise some money. The concert was organized, but it so happened that the students were only able to raise $1,600 by spending some money from their own pocket. So they went to the pianist, they said, look, we have right now only $1,600, we are paying you that, and we are giving you an IOU of $400 which we will pay whenever we have the money. The pianist said, no, it's not fair. He took the promissory note of $400 and tore it. And then he said, I believe you spent some money from your own pocket to organize this concert. They said, yes, we spent another $400 to organize. So he said, please take $400 from this $1,600 because that is the money you have invested. And then he said, you can also keep $200 because you really worked hard and you should get some money. For me, $1,000 is good enough. The children were really delighted because they were penniless at that time. They had no money in their pocket and they got $600 and they were also freed from their obligation to pay $400 in future. They were really on the top of the world. And they really enjoyed this generosity of the pianist. The matter was forgotten. Some 25 years passed. The pianist became the Prime Minister of Poland. And after the First World War, there was a great famine in Poland. Millions of Polish people will die if they don't get food, and they had no food. And the only country who could give them food was United States, but unfortunately United States and Poland were not in the best of the relationship. So Paderewski thought that I don't know, even if I write for help to United States, whether they will give or not give, and even if they give, it will take a lot of time for them to organize food. By then, a lot of people will die in Poland. But he had no option because no other country was in a position to give so much of food. So he sent a telegram to United States asking for food and hoping that maybe they'll respond positively, maybe they will not. To his utter surprise, within an hour of the telegram being received in the United States, he got a reply that ships loaded with food has left American shores and will be shortly arriving in Polish port, and they should organize for its unloading and distribution. He was absolutely shocked. How is it possible? Unless the ships were already loaded with food and they were just waiting for the telegram. Anyway, the food arrived in Poland, it was unloaded, it was distributed, and not a single person died because of the food. Everybody was provided food. Paderewski was on his top of the world. He thought that he should at least go and thank this person who was in charge of the food and relief department of the United States, but he couldn't travel to United States. So he heard that the gentleman is going to come to Paris for a conference. So he decided that he will go to Paris and personally thank the gentleman who sent him this aid. When he went to this conference, he saw that this minister or the person in charge of this department was a very young man. So he went and held his hand and he was lost for words. Tears started rolling down on his face. He was not able to speak. He kneeled down, kissed his hands and said, I really don't know how to thank you. I have no words. You saved millions of lives in my country. And that too when we don't have such a great relationship between the two countries. I really don't know what to say. I'll be ever grateful to you and your country. He saw that the person was smiling. He said, Mr. Penderecki, please get up. You haven't changed over the last 25 years. You still look the same, only you have lost some hairs and some hairs have become grey and you have some wrinkles on your face. But probably I have changed. So you have not been able to recognize me. I am the same student who you helped some 25 years back in Stanford University. Remember, you tore my promissory note and gave me $600, $400 for the money I had invested and $200 for my hard work. Those days I have not forgotten. And let me tell you, I am not doing you a favor. I am just returning your debt, your favor, your compassion and kindness which you showed 25 years back on me. And let me tell you, it is not over. In future, if ever you need any help from United States or from my department, please don't hesitate. I'll be always ready to help you out. The gentleman was none other than Herbert Hoover, who later on became the President of the United States, and he had excellent relationship with Poland as long as Mr. Penderecki was there. The amount of money, $600, which Mr. Penderecki gave to Herbert Hoover, got him in return $600 million worth of food. Now friends, whenever you are helping somebody without expecting anything in return, don't worry or don't think that your contribution or your help is not going to be rewarded. Maybe not immediately, but it will be rewarded for sure. And you don't really have to work for it. When it comes back to you, it will come back multiplied millions of times. So what we need to do is never miss an opportunity to help somebody and forget it. Don't expect anything in return that time. Just help people, do your best, and I can assure you, you will be rewarded millions of times in time to come. Maybe not from that source, but from any other source. And you can't even imagine what's going to come back to you. I mean, it's very difficult to fathom that.